So recently, I've been seeing some complaints about Hytale, mainly just people hating on the game for what feels like no reason. I mean, this kind of complainer seems eerily similar to the Silksong complainers in that they're scrounging for something negative to say about the game because they can't seem to stand a decent game getting released. Now, that doesn't disregard the actual complaints people have about the game, since that's actually what a Hypixel studio wants. They're focusing on building a game for the community from the very beginning. I've seen people saying the game is released unfinished. Yeah, it did. It's called Early Access for a reason. I mean, to purchase the game without knowing that, you'd have to blindly click past 3 or 4 warnings that the game is unfinished, play the game, enter a dungeon or area with a work in progress cone, then exit the game and write a complaint that the game is unfinished. Right here, it even says this version represents the core of the game while development continues. Features will grow, evolve, and sometimes change direction based on your feedback. You may encounter bugs, unfinished content, or occasional instability, and save games may need to be reset as we update systems. Hypixel themselves say it's fine if the game isn't finished enough for some players, and they hope they'll come back to check out the game later. That, to me, is an indefensible position. We know the game isn't finished. Awesome. Now let's actually talk about how it can improve. Before that, though, I need to say that the game has finally captured what it felt like to play Minecraft for the first time, at least for me. It feels so good to explore new things. The recipes make sense for the most part, and almost every system in the game is easily accessible. As addressed in a video with Spencer on our Force Cooperative channel, shameless plug, smelting ores and processing hides kinda sucks. One of the updates helped the hide processing, but there's no good fuel source for the furnaces. And after the conditioning of Minecraft's set and forget furnaces, Hytale's furnaces are cumbersome at best. I usually don't like farming systems in any game, but Hytale's farming has actually been so much fun. You're rewarded for the planting, the plants actually grow very quickly, so they're always ready for harvest by the time you return from an expedition. That said, it doesn't seem like there are very many recipes to get right now. One of the only things you can really make to get started is dough, and that requires eggs, but to farm chickens, you have to get the chicken coop, which requires a lot of farming of resources you can't really use yet. I hope more recipes are added to the game for more powerful foods and buffs, but I can't see the purpose of farming yet. As it stands, it's a fun system, it's just not finished yet, as it seems is the theme of this game. Now the elephant in the room, combat. I love the combat system, in that you have to back off, lean in, shield bash, dash around, repeat. It's very, very fun. However, most enemies in the game feel like tanks that aren't affected by the same systems the player is affected by. They can block your attacks to effectively lengthen the fight, and they can spam attack and quickly drain your health. Any more than one enemy and you're overwhelmed. One of the only redeeming qualities of the system as it stands right now is that the enemies occasionally back off, which lets you recover your stamina for a bit to either continue fighting or, in my case, run away. A lot of what? Oh, there's a shark down there. Oh, the shark saw me.
I've never like
Oh, about to mess dude up. Yeah. What's unfortunate about this is that the game almost incentivizes you to only use bows, since you can spam them with no penalty, and please don't change that. If you can kill an enemy from afar without ever getting close and taking a few guaranteed hits, why wouldn't you? Snipe them, avoid aggro, then swoop in and get the loot. That said, there's some enemies that attack in new ways, including pull you towards them, summoning other mobs, or straight up launching at you. So far, the worst enemies are the overabundant skeletons and the high damage hornets. That's all I have to say for this video. As of recording, Update 2 has already released, and the game hasn't even been out for 2 weeks yet. I'm struggling to see what else I could complain about given the responsiveness of the devs and their quality of life fixes. My 2 original main issues with the game have been addressed. The first was the items caught on blocks in the walls, fixed in Update 1, and the other is entire sections of blocks disappearing when an adjacent block is updated. Dang, I died. And that's because it scares me. We didn't actually address this in the video with Spencer, but one thing he talked about is that it doesn't seem like Hytale has any specific identity. It seems like it's just trying to do every system really well, which is fine. Oh my gosh, because it does most systems fine, except for the furnace. The farming system is super fun, the combat is great, and the building has been really enjoyable thus far, but it doesn't really seem like there's any claim to fame for Hytale. He specifically mentioned Valheim versus Astroneer and versus Core Keeper and what the individual appeals of those games are, and he gave an example of a game like Necess, which we haven't played very much, and he didn't know what the claim to fame for Necess was.
Oh my days, I love Cornerstone.
oh my days.
And so he's wondering, and I guess I am by extension wondering what the claim to fame for Hytale is. I have a lot of nostalgia for this game because I've been waiting for it since 2018, but that can only take me so far. I like the sandbox, and I love seeing how much content is being added in the last 2 weeks, and I really hope that the modding community can extend the longevity of this game, because as it stands, it's an incredible base, it's been a great launch, and obviously a lot of systems have to be improved, and the responsiveness of the devs has been very promising. So in terms of an early access game to get your feet in on, I don't know why I said feet, please join this one. Put your feet in on it. Thanks for checking out the video. Make sure to leave a comment about your own experiences and thoughts. See ya.